I'm not in the business of trying to convince people, persuade people, sell people on ideas. It's my objective to challenge people with a paradigm in which they unknowingly have adopted of how they view themselves in the world and what's possible.
How do you convince a person that has reached a level of success that they're happy with, but maybe there's other areas of their life where they're feeling stuck or like something's missing? How do you convince that person or tell that person like, oh, you have to change the way you think about things, or that idea of I have to bust my ass in order to get what I want might not be serving you anymore?
Yeah, this is my life's work. This is what I'd say my business is an extension of my life and the things I've gone through and the way I've learned through suffering and pain and fear. And it works. It creates a level of force, and it creates a level of I'm going to prove, I'm going to show you. And I believe there's another way to do that, which I've fortunately been able to overcome a lot of shit in my life and to be here and be able to speak, to do what I want physically. So in terms of the question, how do I convince someone? Well, this is usually what I say that gets people to think is I don't. I'm not in the business of trying to convince people, persuade people, sell people on ideas. It's my objective to challenge people with a paradigm in which they unknowingly have adopted of how they view themselves in the world and what's possible. And a lot of that I've learned, especially in high performance, is fueled by a negation of self. Like we identify with a negation of self, meaning we identify with the absence of what we want, what we feel. We create a separation between ourselves and the relief or the thing that we want that we unknowingly are fueled by. And so to have that conversation with someone, first it takes a willingness. The person has to have a level of self-assessment, self-audit, and vulnerability with themselves to be able to open up the dialogue. And when it comes into addressing your question specifically, it comes into the process of asking questions. Because if someone, their life's great, probably nothing to change. If it's not broken, don't change it. And when I come across people, especially the people I work with, there's something that's not fulfilling. There's something that's a little frustrating, a persistent complaint, an annoyance, a limitation, a feeling of stuck, commonly a feeling of being behind no matter how hard we work. And so my objective is to help them see a little bit more than the blind spot that is all the accumulation of costs, of expenses, of the little sufferings that we normalize and push off. It's what you gotta do, which is largely what saved my life. Was hard work pays off. I'm going to accept suffering to get to where I want. I chose a path of BMX, of falling from 15, 20 feet in the air, breaking bones, getting knocked out, like all the things, because I believed to get the things I wanted, I had to suffer to get there because I was a hardworking, high-performing human.
What was your negation of self, just to bring it, for an example, for everybody?
Yeah, so to simplify this big abstract concept, what I discovered years later looking back, my negation self was I'm not good enough unless I do X. I won't be safe, I won't be successful unless I be this person, I do these things, I perform these roles, I achieve these outcomes. The interesting thing about that is it's not about the fear of the not, it's the meaning we apply to that feeling, that experience we feel in the body. What's really tricky about it is it's not even there. It's not that I'm not going to be successful, I'm not safe, I'm not worthy, I'm not all whatever. It's the shadow side, the darker side. So in my case, the I'm not good enough, I had tons of experience in my life telling me that. I was diagnosed with ADHD young, and I had the story that was stupid. That all fueled me to pursue the inverse, to prove to myself and other people that I'm not this thing that I felt I was. And the shadow side of that, the darker side, the thing that's more uncomfortable to be with, is that equated to me as I'm bad. I'm someone that is bad. I'm someone that could be wrong. I am wrong. So I identified that with that in terms of trying to get the thing that I thought was going to give me relief from it, which the beliefs became just who I was. It wasn't even like I'm not good enough. It's just I am having to do the thing to be good enough.